Well, thank you for joining me for Wednesday Words. Today is September the 30th, and we're on the 9th strategy in our book, Mastering Life Before It's Too Late, 10 Biblical Strategies for Living a Lifetime of Purpose. Today's strategy is entitled this way: Practice the Power of Plodding, P-L-O-D-D-I-N-G. Persistently work in small increments. All of us probably have had times in life where we've had to do things, or our job or tasks that we have seem to be insignificant, small things. But Robert Morgan would say to us, do not despise the small things. As a matter of fact, isn't that what Zechariah says in Zechariah chapter 4:10? He says, who dares despise the day of small things? The people of God that Zechariah was leading were small, they were weak, they didn't have much going for them. The building they had was inferior, but the Holy Spirit was doing something with them that they couldn't even see. And their plodding efforts of continuing to do those things that may seem insignificant to others would bring them great efforts and achieve great things and results in their life. And so today I want to talk about that persistent plodding. What does it really mean? Robert Morgan in his book said there's no way to know the ripple effect of our labor when patiently, ploddingly pursued. In other words, when we do things each day and we build upon those things, and days become weeks and weeks become months. Listen to how he said it. He said, we finish years by completing days, and we consummate days by seizing moments. We complete major tasks through small, persistent increments. I love this. It said we overestimate what we can do in 10 days, but we underestimate what we can do in 10 years. When we take care of the days, the Lord will take care of the years. And yes, He certainly will. Proverbs writer, Proverbs chapter 13 says, whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Most of our accomplishments occur little by little, day by day, step by step. Here a little, there a little. Jesus told us to be faithful in what? Little things. For those who are faithful in little are faithful in much. I want to close today to encourage you by a story by a man whose name bears the college that I attended and graduated from back in the late 70s. His name is William Carey. It's now a university, but many of you are familiar with his name. He is known as the father of modern missions. He was a missionary in India. He was born in an obscure village in the 1700s. He was sickly as a child, numerous allergies, and sensitive to the sun. He was also poorly educated. And entering adolescence, he frequently got into trouble. He married a lady whose wife, who developed mental illness as his wife. He was the town cobbler, a shoe repairman, but the business failed. He tried teaching school, but that didn't succeed. He pastored a church, but his sermons weren't well received. He developed a passion, though, for overseas missions and felt God calling him to go abroad. But his fellow ministers were opposed. But when he finally got to India, his wife lost her mind. His co-worker mishandled their funds, and he encountered 1,000 obstacles. But now, fast forward to the end of his life, and you began to see the plodding nature of William Carey. He labored faithfully in India for 41 years, dying there at the age of 73. When all was said and done, his biographer points out he had translated the Bible, the complete Bible, into 6 languages, portions of the Bible into 29 languages. He founded over 100 rural schools for the people of India. He established a college that still trains ministers to this day. He introduced the concept of a savings bank to the Indian farmers. He published the first Indian newspaper. He had written dictionaries and grammars in 5 different languages. Additionally, he launched the modern era of missions and laid the foundations for the modern science of missiology. A biographer of his, who wrote a gripping account of his life, said the number of actual conversions attributed to him is pathetically small, but the number indirectly attributable to him must be legion. What was his secret? His sister summarized it like this: whatever he began, he finished. Difficulties never seemed to discourage his mind. His brother wrote, I recollect that he was, from a boy, always resolutely determined to never give up a particle of anything on which his mind was set. He once said of himself, If I can be given credit for being a plodder, that will describe me justly. I can plod. I can persevere in any definite pursuit. To this I owe everything. So are you a plodder? Do you give up easily? Do you get discouraged? We need to be plodding. Practice the power of plodding day by day, week by week, honoring God in our lives, being persevering through life, being that way. Charles Spurgeon famously said that, remember, by perseverance, the snail reached the ark. God has great plans for us. If we're going to master life, it's going to be because we daily do the things, even though they may be small and insignificant to others. God has put us here, given us a task. Let's become plodders and let's persevere and master life before it's too late. God bless you.